What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. WrestleMania 36 has come and gone, but people are still talking about the most surreal showcase of the Immortals. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the wildest news and rumors you need to know, including WWE superstars being upset with the Edge and Orton spot, the original plans for the Boneyard match, the real reason why Charlotte defeated Rhea Ripley, WWE hitting the pause button, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. But let's waste no further time and get straight into the first story, as WWE superstars seem upset with the Edge and Orton spot. A Randy Orton and Edge's last man standing match is apparently coming under fire for a spot they performed early on in the match. Ringside News noted, Edge and Orton did a spot in the gym of the WWE Performance Center where Orton wrapped weightlifting equipment around Edge's neck and he attempted to hang him. This was very close to what happened with Chris Benoit. Speaking on the Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer discussed backstage reaction to the spot. I know some people who go, well, it didn't offend me. I know people in the company it offended. I know when I saw it, I could not see Benoit. It's impossible unless you're brand new. I know. Here's the other thing too. It probably affects the talent more than the fans, because while you can say that some fans are new and some didn't see it, there's not one wrestler there who doesn't know the Chris Benoit story. Not one. What did you guys think of the spot? Did you immediately think of Chris Benoit's last moments on this earth? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, the original plans for the Boneyard match. Fans are still talking about the action-packed Boneyard match between The Undertaker and AJ Styles at Night 1 of WrestleMania 36, praising its cinematic elements and great use of a foreboding setting. However, according to Ringside News' Felix Upton, that wasn't their first choice for Taker's arrival. It was reported that WWE officials wanted to use an abandoned ditch, bridge and roadside to herald Taker's biking badass arrival for the match. They couldn't do that because it was city property. Since WWE didn't have enough time to secure the proper permits to shoot and they didn't have time to build a set, the idea had to be abandoned. According to WrestlingNews.co, the match took 8 hours to film and involved input from a number of WWE personnel. According to Dave Meltzer, Michael Hayes was the guy in charge of it, but Paul Levesque did a lot, so they are the two key guys. Jeremy Borash was involved as far as shooting and everything like that. On paper the main guy was Michael Hayes, but I was told Paul Levesque too. Well, there's no truth to the rumor that personnel involved saved 2 hours filming because The Undertaker didn't have to walk to the ring. But will we see more of Badass Taker? Well, apparently according to WrestleVotes, we will, as during a Q&A on Twitter, he confirmed this isn't the last time we'll see Badass Taker. Whether he has another match is another case. But whatever, if this was his final match, it was a spectacular match and likely the beginning of a new trend in the WWE. And speaking of those cinematic matches, what did Vince McMahon think of the Firefly Funhouse match at WrestleMania last night? Well, according to sources, he actually loved it, and the "It's good shit" line was approved by him when it was suggested. There's already talk of doing more cinematic types of matches like this. Next up, WWE staff grateful to work WrestleMania 36. There's been considerable speculation about whether anyone other than Vince McMahon wanted WrestleMania 36 to happen, given the global pandemic and this year's show of shows taking place in an empty arena. However, according to Pro Wrestling Torch's Wade Keller, the people involved were there to get things done. This did come across as a night where the wrestlers were like, we're here, we're not here under protest or resentful, or we don't see this as not important. I was told the attitude among the crew was let's surprise people. That was the attempt, and I think it's clear that they were attempting to work hard and salvage this given the tough circumstances. And we have nothing but love for the WWE personnel who made this year's WrestleMania happen despite the ongoing health crisis. The company provided some much needed entertainment, and regardless of how the show compared to past WrestleManias, fans got 2 nights to sit back and forget the current crisis. Next up, the real reason why Charlotte defeated Rhea Ripley. The Queen became NXT Women's Champion at WrestleMania, defeating Rhea Ripley in a ferocious battle. However, why does the WWE want a main roster superstar, not to mention a 10-time Women's Champion on the black and gold brand? According to Wrestling News, during his last pontification on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer noted the WWE is planning on using Charlotte to boost NXT's ratings. Apparently, the Queen will be on the blue brand as well, as Diamond Dave noted. The plan right now is that she's gonna work both. With no house shows and no nothing, it's not like you're overtaxing someone for making them work twice a week. Whether or not Charlotte's presence is enough to boost NXT's ratings remains to be seen. Finn Balor was brought into NXT to jumpstart the show, but so far NXT's ratings haven't seen a huge bump. Do you think Charlotte's presence will help NXT? Let us know your comments down below. Next up, is WWE hitting the pause button? With Florida on lockdown and the ability to do any work at the Performance Center in serious doubt, what's next for the WWE in terms of television tapings? According to Ringside News, the WWE has no intentions of stopping production and plans on taping episodes from an undisclosed location, rumored to be in a state with a stay-at-home order. However, has the WWE given its staff any idea what to expect? Ringside News has learned that WWE hadn't informed the production crew about a new taping date or location as of last night. The exact phrasing given to us was, "No word to the troops yet." The company needs to record another episode of SmackDown by Friday, or they won't have a new show for Fox. That shouldn't be a problem according to Dave. They're looking to tape SmackDown sometime between now and Friday. I mean, there is a location they're trying to keep secret. It's supposed to be in a shutdown state, but we'll see what happens. Maybe they won't be able to do it, maybe they will, but that's the goal at least for this week. The WWE ran its biggest show of the year from an empty arena, so short of martial law, it's unlikely Vince McMahon will stop production of WWE television. Mr. McMahon is determined to continue providing sports entertainment, and who knows, he may find more people tuning in as they realize that sports aren't coming back anytime soon. And next up, AEW's taping spree. While the WWE seems to be taking a week-to-week approach to its television, All Elite Wrestling has taped a proverbial ton of television, going into overdrive with taping its television shows AEW Dark and Dynamite to ensure its faithful fans have lots of material. Meltzer, who discussed the situation recently on the Wrestling Observer Radio, said they taped Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week. They've taped tons of stuff. I'm presuming they taped the TNT title tournament at least up to the finals. I don't know that they taped the finals, maybe they did, maybe for backup they probably should have, but that's supposed to be on May 23rd. This gives AEW plenty of breathing room to figure out what its next steps will be. With its Las Vegas pay-per-view still scheduled for 23rd May, the promotion may have to go to an alternative route if it isn't able to hold a show in front of fans. According to Meltzer, there are not going to be any AEW tapings for a while. They are shutting down for a while. Now you know what's going to happen on May 23rd? Nobody knows. Are they going to get an empty arena? Are they going to get people to travel? Who the hell knows? The one thing about this taping is the only people at this taping other than Chris Jericho, who did a lot of television announcing. Aside for Jericho, the only people who were there are the ones who were there on Wednesday, so it's that crew over and over again. We think this is a good strategy for AEW, as it makes it less likely its wrestlers and crew could get infected. While there's always the risk of spoilers being leaked, it's unlikely to happen, and the safety of AEW's personnel far outweighs something as trivial as spoilers. Next up, WWE wrestlers are looking to bring back a banned move. The piledriver is a move that was banned years ago because it felt the risks from a botch outweighed the benefits of how the move looked. While there are exceptions to when it's used, such as The Undertaker using the Tombstone version at his Boneyard match, it's not seen much. However, as noted by several wrestlers, variants such as the Canadian Destroyer are used, which has some wrestlers wondering why a regular piledriver isn't permissible. According to Fightful Select, there have been efforts to get the piledriver reinstated. Kevin Owens has made an effort to pitch the package piledriver as his finish quite often, but the idea never makes it to Vince McMahon. Anyone familiar with the piledriver knows it's a powerful looking move. The problem, like many wrestling moves, was that the piledriver went from being a strong move to a transition move, losing its effectiveness. If the WWE was looking to bring it back, it shouldn't be used routinely, especially knowing the risks of what happen when things go wrong. Do you think the piledriver should be brought back? Let us know in the comments down below. And finally, a Jeff Hardy court update. Jeff Hardy seems to be doing well now that he's back in the WWE, but wrestling's charismatic enigma still has to deal with the fallout from his 2019 DUI arrest. PW Insider recently gave an update on Hardy's next court date, saying WWE star Jeff Hardy's scheduled court appearance in Moore County Court in North Carolina today regarding his October 2019 arrest for driving while impaired has been pushed back to Monday 11th May. Many courts are closed due to the ongoing health crisis, which means cases have been pushed back. But there you have it, guys, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. What do you think of these stories? What do you think of the Benoit story? Let us know in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.